one of the best athletes in your state to like just being able to move again. Y'all know what the term "I just got nerfed" means? Yeah, that's like really just how I felt. I really think I appreciate everything. Like when I say everything, I mean everything, like a lot more. Hi guys, it's Ari and welcome back to my channel. So guys, today we are going to be talking about my story, and I've shared, videos and like a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm probably always gonna share, like there's always like new things that like I learn about my own journey, so I always have like something to share. But I feel like this will be a good video, especially because I personally find it very interesting, like my story, so I know that other people will. And I also feel like it's just beneficial for a lot of people because a lot of people have questions, and I feel like doing something like this covers like a lot, of the questions people have. So we're gonna jump straight into it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and follow my social medias, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so on to the first real question. What was the first thing you thought when they said stroke? So it's actually kind of interesting. My mom didn't actually tell me I had a stroke or use that term until probably a couple weeks of me being like conscious and like moving around and stuff. And I think for me, I just like kind of like, I don't know, I don't really think I like cared, if that makes sense. It's like I cared obviously, and it was obviously like kind of like detrimental to like everything that my life, being someone that's like just like laying in a bed, whatever. I feel like it was more about me getting out of the bed. Also with the videos that most people see on the internet, my mom also didn't show me those, like when I was all in the like had the tubes in me and stuff like that. Like she didn't show me that in the hospital. So that also, like, I didn't physically see myself in the perspective that everyone else saw my, like, I didn't know that that really had happened to me. So another question I have is, what was the worst day you had in the hospital? And honestly, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, there's really not many. I think the worst day that I ever had was when I first got my NG tube out, and I had to meet a goal, a water goal. Mind you, this water was like thickened water, so it's not like you're just drinking regular water. There was literally stuff in my water to make it thick, like thicker, like it's a liquid but it's thicker, so it goes down my throat slower because I couldn't swallow properly at the time. I had met this goal because, I'm determined, so I'm like drinking all day, and right as I'm like done, I just puke, and it was the most upsetting thing ever. Like I was like literally like I was upset because I'm like, I just met this goal, and then I get to this goal, I'm like right here, and it's all out the window because I just threw up everything. And even like I feel like my nurses could tell, like it was just, I just was just upset. Like it was like, because now I have to get the NG tube in, like I have to get it back in, and it was just like, that was like one of the goals that like I didn't meet, and I like was not upset with myself, but I was just like, bruh. And then when I had to get the NG tube in, that was probably, they were both like up there because that was just, we're not gonna talk about that, painful. Did you cry a lot, or were you trying to stay strong the whole time? I cried once at Sparrow and once at Mary for Bed, and I don't think that I was necessarily trying to stay strong, but I kind of was, because I feel like just the type of person I am, I really never have liked people seeing me cry, especially when it's like people other than my family, and I was just always surrounded by nurses and doctors, and I really didn't want them to know that like I was feeling like defeated or anything like that. So I really just try not to cry. I might as well tell you guys why I cried. In Sparrow, it was one of like the first like 6 days maybe, so I wasn't really up and moving a lot. But like I think it's when I started to notice like, okay, like this is like my life. Like this is not just gonna go away. Like no, I'm gonna be here for a minute. And I think that just started to like click a little bit in my head. And I was just like really like sappy, I guess. Like I was really like, obviously like I'm happy, like I'm here and I'm alive, but like I feel like for me, and I just had to like live with my thoughts, because mind you, at this time I was still like not talking, like I still couldn't talk. So I'm just like this is like really like happening to me, and I was like, there's nothing I can do to like speed up this process. Like it's gonna, like I'm gonna have to go through every single day and take it like one day at a time. Like I think that was like hard for me. But I think that Jocelyn, she told me her story that night, and I think that that like made me realize that like, girl, you wouldn't even tell that she has that type of story from how she is now. So I'm just thinking, I'm just like, alright, like you're gonna be like fine. Like so I feel like I kind of use that as like fire and motivation, and I feel like that really like kept me on my toes the entire time, and I never let myself really get sad until I left Sparrow. And I was just crying because the first day I married free bed, I did like, it was nothing like Sparrow. And not because like you were like a bad hospital or anything like that. It was just because it was such a different environment. So I'm like why couldn't I stay at Sparrow? Like that, it was that type of cry. It wasn't like, so I really only cried technically like one time about like what was actually happening. But yeah, it was just, I would say I stayed pretty strong. What's something that happened in the hospital that still sticks with you? I think for me, it's just the experience of being in the person that's in the bed. So like say I go to a hospital to visit a relative or something, like it's having that perspective that you could be that person. Like I feel like when I'm working out or doing just average stuff around the house, I feel like I still think about like the fact that like I don't have to be here right now. Like I could be laying in a bed. So when I like want to complain or want to dread or stuff like that, I feel like I always just think about that and think about when I really couldn't do it. Like it's not that I don't want to do it, it's that I literally could not do it if I wanted to. And I think that definitely still sticks with me. Were there moments you felt like nobody really understood what you were going through? Definitely, definitely, definitely. I think for probably a while, literally, it was very, very hard. It's just like your world being completely flipped when you're about to graduate. Like, it's like not the worst time in your life, but it's like just a rare time in your life or something like crazy to happen to you where your whole life is literally shifted. And that only happened to one person I knew, so I'm just like, I definitely appreciate our relationship though, because I think that like just helped me, just when I needed to go talk to her about something, I just always knew that she was going to be there and she was going to listen. And I think that made me feel less alone. But yeah, there were definitely times I felt very alone. Did you ever feel frustrated with your own body? Not really. Not really. Just a simple answer. Alright, next concept. How did you stay positive when everything felt out of your control? I think it had a lot to do with my community for sure, and just the people around me. Obviously, like if I had these people that were just negative and dreadful and had an attitude or made me feel embarrassed of my progress or anything like that, I feel like that would have like made me think negatively of myself. But no one was like that. It would really surprise you just how like awesome the healthcare system can be. And yeah, I just never really had time to be negative. Like there was just no time for that. What changed the most about how you think now? Everything. You gotta realize, like, I couldn't walk, talk, eat, brush my own teeth, do stuff independently how I usually do. Everything that I could do by myself, or even like within my own body, I could not do. I really think I appreciate everything. Like when I say everything, I mean everything, like a lot a lot more. And I feel like that just carries on to other things I do. And yeah, like you can't go through something like that and think the same. And when I'm thinking like negatively or want to think bad about whatever, I'm just looking like, Ari, like you could not be here. Like, so there's really like nothing to complain about. Like there's always a brighter side. Like there's always a brighter side. I look at everything way more positively. Like even if something bad happens, like I'm looking at, okay, this happens, what is there anything that's good coming out of it? Like even me not playing basketball, like I could be like, oh, I'm not playing basketball, like what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna have a life. I don't look at it that way. I just can't. Like I physically can't think about just the bad of something. Like I have to look for the good. On to the athlete side. What was the hardest part about not being able to move like you used to? Girl, it was hard. Let me tell y'all, bro. I think for me, it was very challenging because I'm like, I don't have the abilities that I feel like I should. And it was just crazy going from one of the best athletes in your state to like just being able to move again. Like, so it was really, really hard for me. I think even this season, I just couldn't care. But it was definitely very hard. Y'all know what the term "I just got nerfed" means? Yeah, that's like really just how I felt. Like coming into the summer before everything happened, basketball was like breezy. Like I was ready to cook that whole senior year. And then it's just like, things happen. Did you ever feel like your hard work got taken away from you? In a way, I do feel like skills and stuff like were, cause like, yes, like I did sacrifice a lot to get where I was at. And to like start from the bottom again, yes, like that was definitely like different for me. Like I told you, I can't think just like off the negative like that. Like I can't just stay one-sided to just negative. And I feel like that just helped me a lot. Like I just like, okay, like I'm just gonna have to do it over again. Like I have to be that good of an athlete where I can not only get back to where I was, but be even better. I think that's what I was just always thinking about. Like, okay, like, yeah, like, no, like, you're not as good as you used to be, but you're going to be even better once you, like, reach that level. Like, that's just where, like, that's easy. Like, that's not nothing that, like, is impossible or anything. Like, I've done much harder things. So, like, yeah, but not really. What keeps you pushing even when it's hard? I kind of answered this in another question, but definitely like the fact that I don't have to be here. When my cousin Maya used to, really when anyone used to visit me, I just like was just like, oh, like I really wish I could just get in your body and just walk out this hospital. Like that's how I used to be like, cause I'm like y'all, like legs and stuff is moving fine, and I just know how I felt in the hospital when I wasn't leaving, I wasn't going nowhere. So I'm like, now I'm just like, no, like you're not about to beat yourself up because this feels hard. Like, no, that's hard. Watching people walk out the hospital on being able while you're just still in the bed. Like, that's hard. So, if you think this is hard, is it really? That's my thought process. Okay, different concept. Just a little bit more. Did people start acting different around you after everything happened? Definitely. And mostly it was really positive. Like one of my friends, Maddox, obviously like we love Maddox. I didn't realize how much of like a mom figure Maddox is. Like she was like really, like, she's always been like that type of person, but I just like really like noticed it, and I like loved it because like she thought about stuff that like really none of my friends like were on. Like I think when I first got home and went to a football game, I was going with her, and obviously going upstairs and bleachers, like that was work for me. That was like hard. And she was like, just make, like she would literally like hold my hand if I needed her to, and she would definitely help me up the stairs. Like it was stuff like that that she like paid attention to. Even now, like I still feel like Maddox, like she like pays very close attention to like stuff like that people are not thinking about. And I feel like that was like how a lot of people were with me. They would like just pay a little bit more attention and try to like accommodate me more, help me out more. I feel like they just like showed a lot of grace, basically. Like it was just a lot of grace. So they're like, just like, wow, like, oh my god, like, you've really been through like a lot. And even people like I don't know like will come up to me like to this day like, oh my god, like, you're so strong, like, your story is incredible and stuff like that. And I feel like that's just like what it is now, like local celeb basically. It's getting more like, oh, y'all know JC followed me on Instagram. Let me show y'all, hold on. When I got this notification, I'm like, there's no way. That's me right there. JC. The JC. Like, what? Like, how did you even find me? That was definitely crazy. And also KK Arnold, like my TikTok, like, I'm like, wow. Did this experience show you who really cares about you? Sorry, it's like a little blurry. But I wouldn't say like the opposite. But it's just like there were people who stuck with me through the hard times and through the easy times. And I feel like a lot of people stopped talking to, like, not to me, but like quote unquote weird after like I was okay, if that makes sense. Like, they were nice to me in the time being when everything happened, and then a year later, like, she's fine, they go back to their ways on how they view me. I'm just like that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about that because I ain't trying to be messy or anything. God's working on me, bro. But I could have so much more to say. But anyways. Oh, I forgot to answer this one from the athlete side. What was your first small win that made you feel proud again? And I was definitely gonna say when I ran up and down the court for the first time since everything happened in practice. Like, that was like, oh wow moment. Like, all my teammates hyping me up, like, that really like just felt great. And I was like, I was just so happy. Like, I literally like couldn't even like fully sprint, but like I was running and it was just like amazing. Like, it just felt so great, like inside and out. Like, it was just all around like a great moment. Next concept, we're gonna talk about advice. What would you say to a girl who feels like her life just got turned upside down? Obviously everyone like isn't as religious, but I would definitely say that God is doing whatever he's doing in her life for a reason. And even if it doesn't feel like a good reason in the moment, trust, it's definitely going to work out. Because if you would have told me this is going to be my, like, the opportunities and doors that are opening up for me and have opened up for me since everything happened, if you were to tell me like that was going to happen to me while I was in the hospital, like, I would not believe you. And I would like what are you talking about? Like, I'm still in this bed. Like, you're not going to tell me that, oh, it's going to be better when you get, like, no, like, you're not going to tell me that. You weren't going to tell me that in the hospital. Like, it just wasn't that. But like now I'm just like, okay, like, you feel me? Like, it's all working out and everything happens for a reason. So don't regret it, because I regretted having a stroke. I wouldn't know half the people that I know right now. I wouldn't have half the connections I know right now. And I would just still feel like my life and my purpose is basketball, which it's not. What does being strong really mean to you now? Being strong is definitely more mental than physical. I feel like being strong is taking things head on each day as they happen and not like forcing things, and just like getting through what you have to get through so that you can have a breakthrough. Quote it. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah. How did this situation make you love yourself differently? I feel like I've always really loved myself, but I think the love just like got a little deeper. I just learned to like love my life and not compare myself to others. Yeah, I'm just like, wow, like, I just put myself in another person's perspective and look at my life. Yeah, like, I would want to be me in every life. That's just how I feel about myself, and that's just what it is. Alright, so we got a little mixture of questions here. Who showed up for you when you didn't expect it, and what did they do specifically? I don't think that I didn't really expect people to help me, because I knew that they would. But it was specifically one of my coaches. It was really all of them in their different ways, because that's just the people that they are. But one of my coaches at the beginning of the season, she texted me and she sent me like a really empowering message, basically, of how my senior year of basketball could go. That stuck with me the rest of the season and still sticks with me now. And she told me that I could either be angry with myself and doubt myself and just be mad that I'm not where I used to be, or I can enjoy where I am right now and continue to like get better and actually just have fun and enjoy my senior year, because it doesn't have to happen. And I think that was like a really big thing for me, because I know at the beginning of the season I was very hard on myself. I'm like, Ari, like, you're not finishing first in sprints, all this stuff. I'm just like, you're used to being so many things, so like it was just different for me to not be doing those things. And I think that like was hard for me to adjust to. But I think once she told me that, I'm like, you know what, you're right, because I don't want to look back and say, oh, like, I just wish I would have enjoyed it more. I wish I would have tried. Like, I still always gave 100%, but I just didn't really like care about my performance as much. Like, I just wanted to have fun. Like, I was just grateful to be there. And I think that was something that, like, I just wouldn't, like, I would expect her to, like, help me, but, like, I just wouldn't expect something to, like, change my perspectives as much as it did, for sure. What's something your coach or teammate said that stuck with you on your worst day? One of my coaches did, actually, and she said just to give yourself grace, and that was our thing the whole season. Like, it was all, whenever I was mad at myself, was always just give yourself grace, and that like brought me back to reality, I guess. But my teammates definitely like still embraced me even on my hard days, and I think they like could recognize like when I was having those hard days, and they just were like very encouraging, very positive. Like you could just feel like how much empathy they had for me, giving me like progress. Like they're like texting me like, Ari, like, I don't know if you even hear this, but like you're making so much progress, like I'm seeing you get back day by day and stuff. So yeah, it was definitely like just encouragement from a lot of my teammates and constant reminders. It could be in person, it could be through text, it could be whatever, like that they like care and that they like want to see me like achieve, and they're not like judging me or getting mad at me for doing certain things and stuff like that. So they were very empathetic to everything. So what was your first moment back on the court like, physically and emotionally? I was very nervous. We played at Palamo, and I did not know what to expect. Like, I really didn't, because just live action games are a lot different. The game felt a lot faster. I don't know, it really could have been, but it felt a lot faster than I remembered it feeling. But physically, I felt like pretty good my first game, especially because I hadn't had any sicknesses to, like, I hadn't reached that point of the season yet, because as the weather changes I got like sick and stuff. But like physically, like I felt like really good. Mentally, I was just scared. Like I was like I did not know what to expect. I'm just like, I'm gonna go out here and play and just have fun. Like I didn't know what to expect though. Like I did not know what to expect at all. Like I was like, am I even gonna score? Like I'm just like, yeah. But it was I would say, for that being my first game back in a year after what had happened to me, was very, 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 very good. Just fear and just nervousness, really. Not like fear, but like nervous, pretty much. What did you have to relearn that people take for granted? Breathing. Everything. Like, I'm saying breathing, like I'm kidding, but like I'm really not kidding. For me, what I took for granted was taking like steps out of my bed every morning. To just be like planted on a bed. I know some of y'all like to bed rot and whatever, but imagine you can't get up. Like imagine like that's just your life. You're just stuck in your bed, and you can brain rot or whatever, but like you're just stuck there. Like you can't like do anything physically, like swallowing, brushing your teeth, like none of that. Like you just have to just be in your bed, and everyone has to do everything for you, basically. Like that's literally like most of the stuff people take for granted. It's just the tiniest things, and there's just so many things that we just don't think about, like doing this with your finger, like stuff like that. Like we literally most people just don't think about the smallest actions that you do require so much effort, stuff like that. Like it's crazy. Yeah, like everything. When I say everything, I mean every little thing you could think of. I'm not even lying. Do you play for a different reason now? Definitely. this definitely became a journey that was way bigger than just basketball and returning to a court or whatever. Why do I feel like it's still blurry? Yeah, it definitely became bigger than basketball. Like, just my brothers looking up to me and people around my area, like little girls and just people, older people even. It's just like being able to step on the court and do something that I love again after everything that had happened definitely meant more to me, because not only is it inspiring me because obviously I'm the one that had to get back, but it's inspiring like other people, like too. Like nothing can, like you're unstoppable. Like if you really think about it, like if that can happen, like stuff like that, like you're gonna get through whatever you're gonna get through and you're gonna break through it. I was definitely doing it for other people. Like I just wanted to like show people, not like prove anything to them, just like give them that inspiration that like you can do whatever you really set your mind to do. Like it's really up to you. Okay, so the last question I had was, what would you tell your younger self before all this happened? I would just say that like everything's gonna work out, and just live in the moment. Don't stress about the future, the past, and just be present where your feet are. And just trust what God has in store for you. And yeah. So that was all the questions I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully when I edit this, these parts make sense, because it was a little choppy. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And let me know if you guys want more videos like this. But my goal is to post every other Friday. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ari's out.